having a dragon on board.
Good evening,
Be a real benefit to the
ladies and
platform
gentlemen.
as we drive forward.
Let me first say,
to the public.
I'm going to
So,
switch off this
without further
blasted
ado,
TV sound.
I welcome any questions that you have for me today.
Oh dear. Well, now to be for something completely different. Oh, be serious now. More information on saving money on your electric bills, and a bit of a turnaround perhaps, because now as winter's coming on, things are different. We've been talking about standby equipment, whether it should be switched off or switched on. Now, sorry about that. Back to normality. Did you know that provided your house is properly insulated and double glazed and cavity wall filled, etc., any equipment that you have on, all the energy it uses finishes up as heat. So in the winter, leaving stuff on standby can actually save you money, because even though your central heating is off, the minute heat that it gives off is just enough to prevent things like pipes freezing up. And you know how much that costs when that happens. So, although I told you that to save money by switching off everything at night, that is under normal conditions. But in the winter time, the reverse appears, provided your house is insulated. I mean, if it was out in the garden, the heat will just dissipate into the atmosphere. But any piece of equipment working in a closed space will just heat the room, so long as it's insulated. Now, as you probably know, I live in a mobile home and I have a small bedroom, and I don't heat the other rooms when I'm in there. I have the heating, the central heating come on in the morning just before I get up, and when I get up I switch everything on that I use, because I know that any heat they produce is going to keep the place warm. And I usually find by 10 o'clock in the morning, at this time of the year anyway, before it starts to get cold, that my heating switches off, because the temperature of the room has reached the thermostat level. And then I tend to find that the equipment I'm using, which is quite a lot, TV, video, home cinema sound, sat box, Freeview box, etc., etc., keeps the room at the temperature that's too high for the central heating to come on. So in that way I'm saving. But in the winter it's always worthwhile keeping some sort of heat on in your house, even at a very, very low temperature. If you haven't got equipment to put on, put your central heating on a very low setting for the evening. I don't know about your central heating, but on mine there's a button you can press for when you're going out or when you're going to bed, and it won't come on unless the temperature drops below 15 degrees. Now the reason this saves you money leaving this stuff on in the winter is because it prevents freezing pipes, and you've been amazed how little it takes to do that. And just the standby, although it's not a lot of electricity, the reason in the summer, I mean in the summer in my place with it all on, I have to have air conditioning because it gets so blooming hot, and that costs me money. So in actual fact my electric bill works out less in winter than it does in summer. But I'm going on a bit now, and so remember this, now that winter's here, it's okay to leave something on at night, because that something may prevent you from being frozen up, and it will save you a lot more money than if you do have a freeze up and burst pipes, etc. Because even if you are insured, they won't cover it all. They'll find a way around it if they can. That's why I don't have any. I prefer to look after these things myself. Anyway, good luck to everybody, and I now have a special message for all the Elvis fans. I've been contacted by Elvis, and he's making a comeback, and he's going to perform here live shortly. And as you know, he's about the same age as I am, and I'm 74. Well, there I go on a bit, but that's all for now. I'm going to try and upload this now. Goodbye. Oh, I'm going to stop the recording now because I got another message to record.